On the evening of November 4th, 1944, at precisely 17:31 hours, Squadron leader Branse Burbridge of the Royal Air Force took off in his de Havilland Mosquito night fighter from RAF Swannington. With him sat Flight Lieutenant Bill Skelton, his skilled navigator and radar operator. The mission ahead would become one of the most successful night fighter operations of the Second World War. At just 23 years old, Burbridge had already logged 47 combat missions over 8 months. A former conscientious objector, he had chosen to fly, not to kill, but to protect. By the time of this mission, Bomber Command was facing severe losses, with 217 heavy bombers lost to German night fighters in October 1944 alone. The growing threat of the Luftwaffe's night fighters, especially those employing Schräge Musik, upward-firing cannons, was wreaking havoc on Allied bomber streams. These German tactics allowed them to attack from below, often unseen by their victims until it was too late. The RAF responded by forming No. 100 Group, a specialized unit tasked with electronic warfare and intruder operations. Their primary goal was to intercept and destroy German night fighters before they could reach Allied bombers. Burbridge and Skelton, flying with 85 Squadron, were among the best crews this unit had. Together, they leveraged a technology known as the Serrate system, a radar detector capable of homing in on emissions from German night fighter radars. This allowed them to track and hunt the hunters. The Serrate system had limitations. It provided bearing but not range, so Skelton had to estimate distance by watching signal strength patterns. Still, it gave the Allies a unique advantage. It was not just about technology, it was about tactics, discipline, and daring. Over Belgium, the Mosquito climbed to 15,000 feet. Skelton detected multiple German contacts, more than he had seen in weeks. The sky above Germany was filled with experienced Luftwaffe crews, many with 10, 20, or even 30 confirmed kills. But on this night, they were being hunted. The mission's success hinged on stealth, precision, and courage. Burbridge and Skelton first intercepted a Junkers Ju-88, one of Germany's twin-engine night fighters. As they closed in, Burbridge took a 3-second burst, targeting the port engine in accordance with his guiding philosophy: aim for engines, not cockpits. His goal was to disable the aircraft, not necessarily to kill. The Ju-88 burst into flames and was confirmed downed at 19:06 hours. Moments later, another contact appeared, another Ju-88, equipped with a newer radar system. Burbridge again maneuvered into position and fired. The starboard engine ignited and the aircraft crashed in flames at 19:17 hours. Minutes later, they encountered a Bf-110, a heavier night fighter used by Germany since the early war years. Burbridge infiltrated a German night fighter orbital holding pattern, flying among enemy aircraft as if he belonged there. He closed in on the Bf-110 and fired another precise burst. The aircraft fell burning from the sky. This kill, confirmed at 19:30, was the third in less than half an hour. Then came the most dangerous moment of the mission. A fourth German aircraft, another Ju-88, spotted them and turned in for a head-on engagement. Burbridge, recognizing that evasion would hand control to the enemy, made the split-second decision to confront the threat directly. At close range, both aircraft fired. The Mosquito unleashed a 5-second full burst, crippling the enemy plane and sending it plummeting to its death at 1940 hours. In 37 minutes, Burbridge and Skelton had destroyed 4 German night fighters. Their total ammunition expenditure was approximately 400 rounds, about 100 rounds per kill. Their discipline and tactical finesse were unmatched. They had not only avoided return fire, but also dismantled a significant portion of the German interception force before the bomber stream arrived. The implications were profound. The following day, their combat report reached Bomber Command headquarters, where it drew immediate attention. Air Chief Marshal Arthur Harris personally reviewed it. 4 confirmed kills in a single mission, with minimum ammunition expended, was a record-breaking performance. Their orbital infiltration tactic, slipping into German night fighter holding patterns undetected, was soon adopted as standard practice across number. 100 Group. Training protocols were updated and Burbridge and Skelton were invited to brief other crews. Their contributions had measurable impact. In November, Bomber Command's losses fell to 152 aircraft, down from 217 in October, while German night fighter effectiveness dropped by 28%. By the end of November, Burbridge and Skelton had 17 victories. The Germans began calling the phenomenon Mosquito Schreck, Mosquito Terror. Night fighter crews reported psychological stress and fear during landing approaches, knowing intruders like Burbridge could be orbiting above. Their success continued into December 1944 with more victories over Essen and Koblenz. On January 2, 1945, they achieved their 21st confirmed kill, making them the highest-scoring British night fighter team of the war, surpassing even the legendary John Cat's Eyes Cunningham. Their contribution went far beyond medals and numbers. Each German night fighter they downed likely saved an estimated 6 RAF bombers per year. By conservative estimates, Burbridge and Skelton saved 1,260 RAF lives through their actions. After the war, both men left the RAF. They chose to study theology, Burbridge at Oxford, Skelton at Cambridge. Having lived through the devastation of war, they sought to dedicate their lives to peace and reconciliation. Burbridge worked in youth ministry, often saying, "I aim for engines, not cockpits." His medals stayed in a drawer, his logbook closed. Skelton became an Anglican priest, later serving as chaplain at Clare College and rector of Market Harborough. His wartime experiences rarely entered his sermons. Instead, he focused on forgiveness, healing, and unity. The 100 Group disbanded in December 1945, but the electronic warfare tactics they developed became global doctrine. The Serrate system, orbital infiltration, and radar tracking became permanent fixtures in military playbooks worldwide. The Mosquito, with its wooden frame, unmatched speed, and multi-role capability, served until 1951 and remains one of the war's most innovative aircraft designs. Branse Burbridge and Bill Skelton remained close friends until Skelton's passing in 2003. Burbridge lived until 2016, passing away at 95 years old. His family later sold his medals to pay for care, a quiet end for a man who had once protected so many lives in silence. Yet his record, 21 confirmed victories, stood untouched. Their legacy is not just in victories, but in what those victories prevented: the deaths of countless bomber crews and the further suffering of families on both sides. Their story stands as a testament to technological innovation, moral conviction, and the silent heroism of those who fought not for glory, but to protect others.